Okay guys, welcome to day 3 of circumference, area, and volume. Today we're going to focus on areas of circles and sectors. Now before we get into that, just one announcement. I am going to be starting online office hours. I put a link to those on our homepage. I also sent out an email about it. So if you're listening to this video, office hours are going to be every Thursday from 2:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon. If that's a huge problem with you, let me know because we can probably work out something else. But you can come those days, log in, ask me questions from your homework, ask me questions from your quizzes, and then once we go over those things, if we need to go back and do some fixes or redos or anything like that, we can make that happen. So, moving on to areas of circles and sectors. The first thing we're going to start with is a remember. And we're just going to remember the area of a circle. And the way you find the area of a circle is pi r squared. Now, pi is just a number, 3.14. R represents your radius, which they have right here for us. And then you're going to take whatever that is and square it. A couple examples to start with. Find the area of a circle with a radius of 2.5 centimeters. So if the area equals pi r squared, and we're trying to find the area, then the area equals pi, which we're using 3.14, times the radius squared. Well, it told us that the radius is 2.5, so we're just going to put in 2.5 and we're going to square it. Now, if you have your phone or if you have your calculator, we're just typing it in. 3.14 times 2.5 squared. So our area is going to be 19.625, and we are dealing with centimeters. So centimeters squared, because area is a squared unit. Next one, find the diameter of a circle with an area of 113.1 square centimeters. So once again, they're using this word area. So I'm going to write the formula. Area equals pi r squared. Now in this one they told us that the area was 113.1. So we're going to put the 113.1 over where the area is. Pi, once again, we're just using 3.14. And then r. Well, they didn't tell me anything about r. They did use this word diameter, which we'll get to in a minute, but they didn't tell me what r was, so r squared. Now, that's an equation. We have to solve it for the variable. My variable is right here. So if I want to get my variable by itself, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide both sides by 3.14. So grab your calculator or your phone. 113.1 divided by 3.14, which is going to give us 36.019108. And I'm going to keep as many decimals on there as I can until I arrive at my final answer. You don't want to be chopping those decimals off, otherwise your final answer is going to be off by just a little bit. That's going to cancel, equals r squared. Now at this point we still have to get the r by itself, but it's squared. So do we remember, have a little conversation with yourself, the opposite of squaring something? And I'm hoping you're thinking, okay, well the opposite of squaring something is taking the square root. So what's going to happen is this square root is going to cancel that little squared, and over here you're just going to get r, which is your radius. Then over here on the left we're going to take the square root of 36.019108, which is going to give us 6.0015, which in my opinion is close enough to 6 that we can just say that our radius is 6 centimeters. Now if I go back and look, it says find the diameter. Well, we didn't find the diameter, we found the radius. So let's go look at our circle for a minute. Here's our circle. We have a radius, which is 6 centimeters. But they want the diameter. And remember, the diameter is the whole way across. So if the radius is 6, that means the other radius must be 6. which means the diameter must be 12. Now, at this point in time, if you are sitting here saying to yourself, wait a minute, this is too hard to put in my phone, I need an actual calculator, again, go look at our homepage, and I sent out an email about it. Texas Instruments is being really, really nice and giving everybody a free download on your computer. You just have to click the link, put your email address in, and the calculator that we use in class, the TI Inspire, you can have it free on your computer and do everything that I'm doing. It's the same exact calculator we use in class. Next one, find the area of a circle with a diameter of 9 meters. Okay, so find the area. There's that key word. So area equals pi r squared. They said find the area, so I don't know what it is. Pi, I know what that is. R, well, R. They didn't give me R. They gave me a diameter. So again, let's look at our circle. Diameter is the whole way across. I know the whole way across is 9. But in my formula, I need R, which is my radius. That's right there. So we have to take 9. We have to cut it in half. So 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. So for our radius, we're going to substitute in 4.5 squared. Okay, grab a calculator. 3.14 times 4.5 squared. Area equals 63.585. Now on this one, I'm going to say round to the nearest tenth, because on a lot of your homework assignments, some of you guys are getting these wrong because you're not rounding correctly. If I say round to the nearest tenth, that's this guy. So I'm going to look backwards. 5 or above, give it a shove. So you're looking at the 8. 8 is above 5, which tells you to bump up the 5. So your area is going to be 63.6 not centimeters this time. Sorry. Just meters. Meters squared. One more review problem before we go into something new. Find the radius of a circle with an area of 176.7 square feet. Okay, so here's that keyword. Area equals pi r squared. Now, this time they told us to find the radius, and they told us that the area was this. So for A, I'm going to substitute 176.7 equals pi, again, we know is 3.14, r, I don't know, squared. Well, once again, we have to solve for r. So I'm going to divide by 3.14. I'm going to divide by 3.14. So 176.7 divided by 3.14, and I'm getting 56.273885. And again, try to keep as many of those decimals as you can until we're absolutely done. Those go away. R squared. Now, once again, you have an R squared. Opposite of squaring something, square root. Squared cancels the square root. That just leaves you with your radius. Then we're going to take the square root of 56.273885, which I'm getting 7.50159. Again, if we round to the nearest tenth, the 0 tells me to leave the 5 alone, so 7.5 is my radius. And then I'm going to go check a couple things. First of all, that's in feet. And second of all, they said find the radius. Well, did we find the radius? Yes, we did. So we're all done.